Good morning and welcome to today's pre-market video. If you're just joining the channel, thank you for doing so. And a brief introduction on what this is about. So pre-market is the period before the market opens. In cases where financial markets, you have an opening time and a closing time. And so the period before opening time is known as pre-market. So this video is focused on the NGX. The NGX is Nigerian equities market, and pre-market, at least in my view, pre-market should be 9:30 ish to about 10. Trading starts at 10 a.m. West African time and closes at 2:30 p.m. West African time or Nigerian time, if that's easier for you. So um before we get right into it, thank you to everyone who takes out the time to like, share, subscribe, to comment. I deeply appreciate you for doing so. And if you're just joining the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So put on your notifications as well too. So whenever new videos are out, that way you can cover them as well. As always, please note that content is not investment or trading advice. They're not stock picks. They're not trading signals. I don't run signal group or stock pick groups. I don't run any group as well, but I'm active in a bunch of groups that I find quite educative. So please do your own research. Do not base your investment decisions on what I say or what anybody says in particular. Um, my criteria for my watch list, at least for the daily watch list, price and volume movement, as well as corporate actions. Corporate actions are any announcements made by a firm. I mean, something as simple as we're having a meeting today, or something as simple as releasing results or new factory. No matter how mundane the announcement is, it can be market moving as well. So first, jointly, or my first spot are Access Corporation and GTCO. Now, both stocks dipped yesterday. In fact, I did say that part of the reason why the market fell by 0.40% yesterday was due to the dips uh, in these stocks as well. GTCO, I think investors were disappointed with the firm's dividend, which I find weird because, I mean, they paid an interim dividend of 1 naira last year. At best, maybe if you'd be lucky, you'd have had maybe a 1 naira 50 kobo in a dividend payout. So I just don't get why people are disappointed. Yes, you might argue, okay, profit dipped and all that, but that's, I would say, on face value. If you strip away the FX gains of last year and compare those numbers with this year's numbers, then I think you probably have a decent result. So I think investors need to look beyond the surface and go deeper when analyzing company results as well. So investors are expecting bigger dividends, lower profits. So like I said in yesterday's video, dividends rule everything around me on the NGX dream. So for many investors, once you don't see a bumper dividend, then they become sour on the stock. Assets are dipped, in my view, due to be what could be a further delay in the release of results. The firm sent in a notice yesterday that look, we're going to submit our results on or around late October. So that was a bit disappointing, I guess, to some investors because and I'm wondering why so late, because if you're submitting your if that's the case, or that is eventually the case, you're submitting your H1 numbers in October. Um, when are we going to get Q3? Hopefully, it's October as well. So I think that's what led to the apathy on this stock as well. I was also wondering. Yes, I know the company last couple of months has had various acquisitions it's had to do, and maybe that's why this result is delayed. But even at that, um, doesn't for investors, many may decide, you know what, I'm going to bail out this stock and go play some other stock as well. Royal Exchange still trading large volume. The stock inched up in intraday trading, but still ended up I think did they end up closing flat? I need to confirm. Let me confirm. The numbers I saw have this stock as a gainer. Please give me a minute. Um, the frenzy you're seeing in this stock really is the fact that last week, I think it was last week, yeah, there was some news that some investor had taken up a 20 21 and some fraction percent stake um, in this company as well. So that has spurred the momentum. So the stock closed flat, but I think that if that momentum continues, you may see the stock rally today. In any case, it traded fairly large volumes yesterday. So who knows? Is it the same investor buying more? Is it retail positioning? It's hard to say. As any bank traded large volumes, over 100 million shares were traded yesterday, which is unusually large uh, for Zenith. Um, Stock also inched up yesterday. So the question is, who's buying? Is this retail or is this institutional? I think investors were. I mean, it's hard to say whether last week's uh, negative sentiment was it due to people being disappointed with the numbers, which I find strange because I mean, uh, the provisions they had, and you can check out the video I did on the stock. I think those results were fairly decent numbers. So I don't get why people were disappointed in them. But anyway, that's what it is. You'd have years and days for any results you have. So it seems like the negative sentiment is over in this stock. It gained 220 kobo to close at 67.9 naira. It's also possible that you may see some rotation by investors from who are selling off other banking stocks into this stock as well. Because I mean, not for a dividend, because if you're calculating the dividend yield of this stock, dividend is what? Um, 1 naira 25 kobo. This is a almost 70 naira stock. You're not making much in terms of dividend yield. But I've maintained, I think that the beyond the negative sentiment and you have a cleaner loan book. That's an account that should account for something. I'm not worried yet about if this firm is going to hold an earnings call. I hope they do, because clarity on what's led to write off of 1.1 trillion worth of loans. I mean, that's mega, So uh, you may see this stock further go up today. I think that before the week runs out, this stock should definitely be back in the 70s range. I could be wrong, but those are my thoughts as well. So for the rest of the day, now there may not be a midday update. I may be on the road at the moment, so it's either you probably might not get a midday update. But if that's the case, I would post a short video. And if there's a midday update, it's also possible it may be abridged. So I'm not certain yet. Depends on where I am. If I'm still in traffic or on the road, then there may not be immediate update. But the rest of the day, the schedule will continue. 7 p.m. daily market summary on Spotify, 8 p.m. daily market summary on YouTube, 10 p.m. West African time daily market summary on Twitter at Green Ticket Tail. So thank you all for joining. Should you have any questions, you can send an email to info@greenticketails.com. For more content, in case you're wondering where are the links and all the links are on my bio on YouTube. You just check the bio. If you're not sure where it is, you can drop a comment underneath the video on YouTube, and I'll be more than willing to share the links there as well. Thank you and have a great day ahead. Fingers crossed. See you in a midday update in about 3.5 hours or so from now.